what's up, Taiwan? I'm Ethan Liu with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwanese canoeist Lai Guanjie has been breaking records and boundaries, becoming the country's first Olympian in his sport. With just 1 week to go before the start of the Paris Olympics, reporter Wesley Lewis looks at how Lai is preparing for the world's largest sporting event.
Lai Guanjie is Taiwan's first Olympic canoeist. He has spent months gearing up to represent his country at this year's Games in Paris. Every morning before he even starts canoeing, he warms up with a 3-kilometer run.
就真的很不爱跑步，然后也不爱做那些有氧啊，有氧对我来说就很无聊。然后，但是这个也是慢慢磨我的耐性啊，因为1000公尺最多的就是你要稳住。
Athletes like Lai rely on endurance training to reach new levels in their sport. His coach says he has made a lot of progress, but it's taken some time to get to where he is now.
研究大概半年或1年的周期，慢慢下去调整，然后到他状况可以进入长距离的训练，我们再带入一些课表下去，一直做训练到现在。其实那也不是短时间，大概花了3、4年才有现在的状况。
Lai says being the first Olympic canoeist from his country has put more weight on his shoulders, but he's determined to work through the added pressure.
也被到很多人重视，很被关注，然后会有点压力之类的，但我觉得，每个运动员都会面对就是压力。对，我觉得我们不能因为有压力，然后而去失常。
Lai carries more than just the burden of his newfound fame. The athlete's mother passed away before she could see him hit this major milestone. He promised her that he would strive for excellence in his sport and one day make it to the Olympics. To this day, he still sends her text messages to report on his progress.
习惯这种对话，让自己比较有安心啊，怎样的。
After winning gold at the Hangzhou 2022 Asian Games, Lai got a tattoo of a lion.
这只是代表勇气，然后对我来讲，就是面对每一个挑战，都需要去用勇气去面对它，不是去逃避，还是去放弃它。然后皇冠就是代表，就是在每一个挑战中，我都能胜者为王。
With just 1 week to go before this year's Summer Olympics begin, Lai is determined to put everything he has into competing with the best of the best in his sport. And as he continues to blaze a trail for his country, his fans and followers at home will be watching to see if he brings home the gold for Taiwan. Andy Xue and Wesley Lewis for TaiwanPlus.
President Lai Ching-te has met with an award-winning Japanese high school marching band in Taipei. The Nishihara High School Marching Band is in Taiwan to perform at a presidential office concert on Saturday night. The group was last here 10 years ago when they performed at the Chiayi City International Band Festival in the south of Taiwan. The world-class band from Okinawa won the top award at the 2022 World Music Competition in the Netherlands, an event hailed as the Olympics of music. It's been a decade since Malaysia Airlines Flight 17 was shut down over eastern Ukraine, killing everyone on board. But for families of the dead, the pain is still raw. Harel Hughes reports.
298 trees dot this memorial park outside Amsterdam. Each one represents a victim of the Malaysia Airlines Flight MH17, shot down by a Russian missile 10 years ago. Global leaders and families of the dead are gathering here to mark the anniversary and remember those who lost their lives.
I lost 3 of my kids, and I'm 10 years further on in my life, and they missed 10 years of their life. It's so unjustified for me that I'm still here and they are killed by war action. You know.
The flight was en route from Amsterdam to Kuala Lumpur on July 17, 2014, when it was shot down. All passengers and crew members died, the majority from the Netherlands, Malaysia, and Australia. The crash landed here, in a small town in eastern Ukraine, where residents are also gathering with roses and toys to honor the dead.
Это больно. Жалко всего больше то, что люди. Вот людей жалко. Людей жалко.
Justice has been a long road. After years of international investigations, a Dutch court found 3 people guilty, 2 Russians and 1 pro-Russian Ukrainian separatist. But leaders around the world have accused the Kremlin of being behind the attack. accusations Moscow has repeatedly denied. And to this day, no one has been held accountable.
Rechtvaardigheid vraagt om een lange, lange adem. En die hebben we. We hebben de tijd, het geduld en het doorzettingsvermogen. Dat is mijn boodschap aan de schuldigen en mijn belofte aan u.
To mark the 10 years, commemoration ceremonies were held in the Netherlands, Australia, Malaysia, and Ukraine, with leaders renewing calls for justice. Meanwhile, the families laying flowers and photos are still waiting for an acknowledgement of responsibility. Chris Ma and Harel Hughes for TaiwanPlus.
Javanese migrants in Malaysia are fighting to keep an ancient mystical performance art alive, even as they face religious pushback. Rosie Gweninger has the story.
Mounting bamboo horses, Javanese diaspora members move around to the beat of a drum in Malaysia's Johor state. These unusual scenes are part of an ancient mystical dance named Kuda Kepang. It's been practiced on the Indonesian island of Java for hundreds of years, thought to cleanse villages of evil spirits. And Javanese migrants have kept up the practice in Malaysia since the 1960s, using it as a healing process for dances and for celebrations. Facing bans on the dance here, troops are waging an uphill battle to keep the tradition alive, saying it bonds together members of their community.
Ada memberi kesan dalam hidup saya sebab saya ada berketurunan berdarah Jawa. Jadi sedikit sebanyak dapat belajar jugalah daripada asal-usul budaya saya. Dan saya bangga dapat belajar seni kuda kepang ni walaupun ada kekangan, tapi kita cuba untuk kekalkan tradisi ini lagi.
Dances have been forbidden from publicly performing in Johor since 2009 because it's associated with mythical spirits, something that is against the majority Muslim country's rules. A ritual invokes spirits to possess dancers, who then enter a trance, some running in circles, shaking, screaming, grunting, getting whipped, and in some cases eating glass. Some have labelled the dance disturbing, but its performers say it's not meant to be offensive.
Mengganggu tidaklah, sebab apa? Bila kita buat macam ini, dia pun ada guna ayat-ayat suci Quran juga. So bila kita mengawal diri kita, ada yang pakai suci-suci Al-Quran juga. So tak ada istilah mengganggu agama.
Despite the dance's defence of Kuda Kepang, the ban has made it ineligible for public funding, and it's no longer taught in schools. But dancers are unwavering in their mission to keep the art alive, still performing at private events like weddings and circumcision ceremonies.
Saya nak jaga kesenian ni sebab saya bukan takut, saya risau kesenian ni akan pupus macam tu je. Tak ada lagi dah, terus hilang, lenyap. Saya nak jaga sebab itu adalah saya rasa saya perlu jaga sebab dia dah lama bertapak di sini.
Only 750 troop members now remain in Johor, a number that's quickly declining. But dancers here are adamant they will continue to teach and perform Kuda Kepang, helping preserve the culture for future generations. Devon Sai and Rosie Gweninger for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website and follow our social media for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we leave you with these people in southern Spain combating scorching temperatures as the first heat wave of the summer hits the country. I'm Ethan. Take care, and I'll see you next time.